Chicano Rap Radio. Raw and uncut.
Cubo, and welcome to Chicano Rap Radio with your big homie Snipes, holding it down and playing the best Chicano rap out there. Today, we're going to chop it up with the homeboy Seven, reporting all the way live from the Harbor area. What's up, Seven? How you doing today?
What's cracking, world? Your boy Seven right here, live and direct from the Harbor area, Torrance, California.
That's right. That's right. How you doing today?
I'm doing good, bro, man. Just living, bro. Just getting ready for this new grind, bro, for the summer grind. You know, they've been working on a new album. You know, a lot of the people that know about me, it's been a minute since I put out a project, so it's like getting everything ready, bro. You know how it goes,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah. All the finishing touches. I get it.
Bro.
So
and I'm super picky with stuff, man. So it's
right.
Like, so it takes me a minute, but I got some fire coming out, man.
Yeah. Good. Well, welcome to Chicano Rap Radio. We appreciate your time. We know that you have a lot of different projects and kind of different stages of development, but you know, if possible, you know, we'd like to get into a little bit of what you're doing. I mean, you know, I know you have your hand in a lot of different things, but before we get into that, can you give us like a little breakdown of who exactly Seven is and how you got started in Chicano rap?
Yeah, well, I go by the name of Seven. You know, born and raised in Torrance, Harbor area, and I released my first album back in around 2001, 2002 era. It was my debut album was called 7 Million Ways.
7 Million Ways, right?
Yeah, and that was an album that I did it from beginning to end myself, produced it, engineered it, recorded it, wrote it, sang it. I mean, besides the features that were in the album, but it was all me from the beginning, bro.
Right. And how was the reception to that album as your out the gate album? You know,
it did real good for me, bro. Actually, that's the album. I could say that a lot of people still go back when they hear about Seven, they know that album.
Right.
At the time when I put it out, I was one of the first rappers to have a pit bull on the fucking cover with a lowrider. I mean, so a lot of people, the one back then, the one with the dog, you know. So it was
yeah.
It did real good for me. I had a few songs off the album. It did good. I had a song called "Take Your Clothes Off" on the album featuring Slow Pain and Little Demon. It played on Vocals Pero Locos like every Sunday, like for about a year, bro. So back then, you know, that's what was popping at the time. It was a Vocals Pero Locos show with Kool-Aid and E-Dub. So that got me a lot of exposure. And then I had another song on there called "Only in Cali." It got a lot of love too from the lowrider community. They embraced it, man, and it to this day, bro, they're out there, you know, banging it. Even though back then that album I didn't film many videos for that album. I did it at the time when I released it. We ended up filming a video afterwards for another album that I did, but as far as that album, it didn't really have no videos on it. It was all music, all hard copies. You know, back then the internet wasn't really cracking as it is now, so it was all out the truck, bro.
Yeah, going to the swap meets or you know wherever you had to, right, to get it sold. I mean,
back then we really had a struggle to get heard, bro. It wasn't as easy as here. Let me send you my YouTube link. Back then there was no YouTube links, you know.
Right.
Like Facebook, I mean MySpace and Facebook didn't come till after.
So
you know?
so you've been there pretty much, you know, since the ground floor, you know, the early stages of Chicano rap, and you have definitely consistently put out, you know, good music, and your fans, you know, are still follow you and they love your music. They always look forward to you know, anything new that you put out. I know that you definitely have an international exposure and you've traveled overseas. I kind of wanted to know a little bit about that, you know, like in regards to your followers, you know, especially in Japan. Tell us a little bit about your last trip and what kind of insight you were able to take away from that as it relates to Chicano rap overseas.
So are you talking about as Chicano rap now or Chicano rap back then?
Well, wherever you want to touch on.
In general.
Whatever
right?
you want to touch on. Yeah.
Okay, because I mean, since the beginning, bro. Chicano rap didn't start getting popular to like around the late '90s, early 2000s. It's when it really cracked off, you know. And back then, the scene was bananas, bro. You know.
Right.
But as far as the Japan, I was just there this past September 2019. I went out there to launch my my clothing brand, and we did a little small show at a little
What's
club.
the name of that clothing line?
The name of the clothing brand is called Horny Little Devil. That's my
Okay.
brand.
Right.
You guys
Okay.
can see it on the screen with my fat ass right here. That's like a little devil right there.
That's right.
See it. You know, hornylittle.devil.com. But yeah, so we went out there to launch. We went out there to do an international Japan release of the brand, and we also went out there to promote my good friend Mr. K. He had just released his documentary, so we went out there for a screening of his documentary. I ended up going out there with Mr. Criminal, Crime Family. Shout out to Mr. Criminal. Went out there with one of my Hella Fight artists, Redwood. Shout out to Redwood. So yeah,
Okay.
man, it was a real good trip, man. It was the love they show out there is uncomparable to any other, bro. The Japanese people really embrace the Chicano culture, bro. You know?
Yeah.
And it's
No,
all
and
love, bro.
and I've seen that, you know, I've seen a lot of love, you know, coming from that part of the world, you know, and it's good that, you know, people not just in our hometown, but overseas are able to recognize and enjoy, you know, the music that we put out, you know, that really
Yeah.
represents who we are as a culture, and also as a people. One thing that I always like to touch on when I chop it up with different artists is I will also want to get to know a little bit more about, you know, your stomping grounds, you know, what made Seven into Seven. And when you go overseas and you come back home, like where do you like to go so you feel, okay, I'm home?
Yeah. Well, me myself, I mean, I was born and raised in Torrance. I mean, my neighborhood, East Side Torrance. I still live in my neighborhood, bro. So it's to me, this will always be my home, no matter where I'm at in the world. If I go to Japan, if I go to Europe, Mexico, of course, home base is always going to be hometown. You know, my
Yeah.
hometown. I love my city, bro. I love my community. I love the people.
Yeah.
I also have an own business here in my city. So this is forever going to be my home, bro. You know.
All right. So if I next time I'm in your city, that business you're talking about, where can I pay you a visit?
So you can come check. Well, you can come when I'm there. You can come check me out. It's a Mexican restaurant called Carnitas El Indio. We went and
Carnitas El Indio. Wow, it
Carnitas
already
El Indio.
sounds good.
Oh yeah, bro. Mexican food, home style Mexican food. We've
That's
been in
right.
business. This year, we it's the 40th year that we've been in business. So
Wow.
40 years strong, bro.
That's good. That's good. We're gonna. I know, you know, with the people out there listening, next time, you know, they're in your hometown, I know they're gonna come through and check out the delicious food. Give us maybe one thing on the menu that they should ask for.
Chile verde.
Chile verde. Okay.
Chile verde.
Sounds good. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, chile verde. You're gonna get chile verde. So the best thing that I could recommend, as far as everybody that's gone through there, a burrito mojado de chile verde.
Okay, got it. All right, so you heard it here first. You know, next time you're out there, you know, visiting the homie stomping grounds, make sure you check out his restaurant and pick up some chile verde. We're gonna take a little break right now, and we'll be back with our interview with the Homeboy 7.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Chicano Rap Radio.
Hit us up at 805-395-6595 for your special requests, dedications, and shout-outs. Chicano Rap Radio. Raw and uncut.
Okay, so welcome back to Chicano Rap Radio. We got the Homeboy 7 having a little conversation with us. We've been talking about how he got started in the game. We've kind of jumped overseas to Japan and what he likes to do when he comes home. And we're also talking about food, you know, about the restaurant that he runs, that they have very delicious food. And we still want to make sure that you go out there and check it out sometime. But getting back into our conversation, Seven, I wanted to know a little bit more about your role in the local lowrider community, because I know you're heavily ingrained and, you know, you have a big passion for lowriders.
Yes,
Tell
sir.
us about that.
Yeah, so I mean, I've been into cars, bro, since I was a baby, bro. So it was only it's in my blood, bro. It runs in my veins. And that's one thing that I'm forever gonna be, a car enthusiast, a lowrider enthusiast. No matter if I'm, to me, it's a passion, bro. Before I was a rapper, I was a lowrider. You know what I mean? So it's like I bought my first lowrider when I was 13 years old, bro. 63 Impala. You know what I mean? So it was I've been dipping cars since a kid. You know. I joined my first car club in 1995 when I was 15, bro, and it was a Delegation Car Club Los Angeles, which at
Delegation
the
Car
time,
Club.
yeah, Delegation LA, which was one of the biggest car clubs here at the time that was out here clowning in LA, you know.
That's right.
So I did my 10 years. After 10 years, I retired from that car club, and at that time, that's when I started. That's when I signed Redwood to my label. You know, he's out of that San Gabriel Valley, and
SGV.
he's a member at Techniques Car Club, which I'm now a member of Techniques Car Club.
Okay.
And I started
Techniques.
rolling with them.
That's right.
Yeah,
Techniques Car Club.
Yes, sir.
All right.
So
Okay.
yeah.
So
But
you
as far as
definitely know a
cars
lot
go,
about the culture, right? I mean, you not only do you enjoy the vehicles and in the community, but I mean, you also kind of have seen what goes on, at these events. I want to ask you about that because I know that a lot of these lowrider events is a good venue for artists to kind of get their music out there. And
yeah,
with the way things are going right now, what do you think about the cancellation of some of the largest lowrider shows in the country?
yeah, man. Well, I mean, lowriders are gonna lowride no matter if there's a car show, if there's not. You know, especially when you're a member of a car club, you know, the homies are gonna get together, you know, 3, 4 deep and cruise. They'll cruise down the block and make it a function.
Right.
I mean, so lowriders never stop cruising, bro. So, I mean, the car shows is a big part of it. You know, that's where we go to display our cars and get seen, and and do the whole, the barbecuing and all that. But I was just out, last weekend, bro, and bro, there must have been like 500 or 1,000 people out.
Yeah.
So it's on the streets. That's not even at a car show, so
Yeah.
it's just out cruising. So the car show scene it's a tradition in itself, bro. That's the
Right.
whole. There's
Yeah.
car shows, there's cruising, and to me, uh I feel that it is a big part of our music as far as Chicano rap. Because when
Oh,
you think about
yes.
Chicano rap, you think about low rappers, you think
Right.
about homies, you think about LA. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And this culture of ours, this Chicano culture has crossed barriers,
Right.
borders, seas, bro.
Right.
Like
Right.
it's everywhere, bro. You mean?
And
So it's from Japan to Europe to Mexico, Brazil, bro, Australia. Like, and there's like heavy little communities of lowriders everywhere now.
right. Right.
And not just lowriders, but the Chicano culture. The
Right.
music. The
It's been
West Coast.
exported together, because there's definitely a
Exactly.
connection between the lowriders and the Chicano rap. A
Yeah,
lot
and
of
the
these.
music. Yeah,
Yes, exactly. Because this is where you go to hear, new artists or current artists. I mean, this is just the venue. You go to a car show and they're going to have someone, up on stage putting it down. And Chicano rap has definitely been, a good entertainment for the crowds already there enjoying the
yeah,
cars.
but yeah, a lot of the Chicano rappers, they're lowriders themselves, bro. So it's like
Right.
in my situation, I was at the car show anyway. If I was in there with a lowrider, I was there promoting the music, or sometimes both. You know what I mean? So it was like, so it's always been the car show scene has always been I believe, a big part of the music as well. As the music has been a big part of the lowriding scene as well. They both just like entwine. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, so like me myself, since I come from that background where I was, like I said, I was a lowrider first, and then I was a rapper. Um, when I started doing music, bro, when I started this, a lot of people don't know this, bro, but I produce all my own music. So
Wow.
there's a lot of people that know me as a rapper that
Mm-hmm.
never even knew that I made beats, and there's people that know me for making beats that never
Right.
knew that I was a rapper. So it's kind of crazy, but yeah,
Yeah.
man.
I
So
mean,
from the.
that
But
that's I'm really glad you mentioned that because something that I did want to touch on that you have multiple talents where you excel at and producing is one of them. I mean, you're definitely a great lyricist. You're good with the pen, but also you're good in the studio. Not many people can pull off some of that range that you're able to pull off. Tell us a little bit about any kind of current projects that you want the people to know about.
So I'm currently, as I mentioned earlier in the interview, I'm wrapping up my new album / mixtape. I say / mixtape. The only reason why I say mixtape is because it's gonna be hosted by DJ Julian Ramirez. Shout out to Julian, Soul Assassin. It's gonna be it's gonna be set. It's built as a mixtape,
Right.
but it's all original music. Because nowadays,
Okay.
you gotta think about it, man. When mixtape started back in the days, back when DJ Tony A, shout out to DJ Tony A, was out at the Rhodium Swap Meet, and he was putting together all the mixtapes and all that. It was about the music. It wasn't like they were using other people's. They were using other people's beats because they were sampling old school and oldies and hip hops, and that's what became a mixtape. So nowadays, like generations later, when you speak the word mixtape, automatic, like people like us in the industry or some of the consumers, they think that we're rapping over other people's beats.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole mixtape thing. In this case, my album is a mixtape, but it's not it's all original music produced by me. You know, so it's that's why I always say album/mixtape. That way people don't get the misconception that I'm just gonna be rapping other people's beats. You know, but it's an original album. It's about 18 songs. I got a number of features on the album, man. I got Kid. I just released a single this past March featuring Kid Frost called "All My Riders."
All My Riders. That's All My Riders featuring Kid Frost.
Yeah, All My Riders.
Okay.
Frost. It's available on all major platforms. You can find it on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon. Yeah. You know, so that's the first official single, not single, but first release off the album. And besides him, I got King Little G on the album. I got Big Hutch from my brother Law on the album. Okay. I got Cassius on the album from Shady. Right. I got Slim the Mobster that used to be with Aftermath. Right. So I got a number of.
You have some heaters on there for sure.
I got some fire, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a Big Swisher. Shout out to Big Swisher. I got Big Swisher on the album. So yeah, it's a hot album, bro. I mean, it took me a minute to wrap it up and get it together, but it's coming out, man.
When do you expect? Right, okay, so it's in the final stages as we speak. And when do you expect to release this album? I mean, is there a deadline or a target date?
It should be. We should have it out in stores digitally on all major platforms by July, bro.
So, by July. Okay, so next month. Great. So,
so next month,
right around the corner.
Yeah, so we're looking at around hopefully early July, mid-July release.
Okay, so you heard it here first. You know, keep an eye out for Sevens' new music. If you haven't already heard the All My Riders featuring Kid Frost, make sure you check it out and and bang it next time you're out there cruising the boulevard. So I know also. I mean, I know you've been experimenting with other kinds of genres of music. Is there anything that you can give us a little insight to in regards to that?
Yeah. So I mean, as a musician. Aside from being a rapper, as a musician, as an artist, as a producer, I did and dab with all bunch of stuff, bro. So I recently released a project with Paris Escobedo. Shout out to Paris Escobedo called Legacy, which is it's a more like of a Latin jazz, Chicano soul type of album. So that's completely produced by me. You guys can go check it out. Get a little different flavor. I rap on a few songs on there too. And recently, man, I just started. I'm first generation Mexican American, bro. So I have real deep roots in Mexico. Like my home is a Spanish home. I speak Spanish at home every day.
Right.
So I've always loved. My passion has always been Spanish music, bro. From the 80s type of music, like the romanticas, like Los Bukis, like the Terricolas, like all that classic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always loved, like all the norteño stuff, like Ramon Ayala. Los Alegres de Terán, de los Cadetes de Linares. So that's really that's me. Like, if you want to know about Seven, that's what Seven bumps in the cars. I mean, I'm bumping Cadetes all day, bro. You know what I mean? So So I've always loved that genre of music, bro, and I've always loved to sing, bro. Every time I drink, can I get Hennessy out, homie, and smoke a little weed and shit. I bump
start singing, huh?
Bump.
That's right.
Yeah, man. So I had to, bro. I had to dip and dab, and not really I did it for myself, bro. Like, I'm doing a corrido album, bro. You know what I mean?
Okay. Wow, looking forward to hearing that. Do you have anything in the can already? I mean, do you have anything already recorded that maybe you can give us a little sneak peek? Maybe, send us an exclusive, or is there a link or somewhere where people can check that out?
Of course, bro. I'm gonna give you the exclusive, bro. So the song, I got the first song already recorded, ready to roll. We're gonna be filming the video this month sometime. So it's El Pelotero is gonna be
El
the first song.
Pelotero.
El
Okay, El
Pelotero.
Pelotero. And
Yeah.
you know, by Seven or you know, is it
Actually, I'm gonna go under a different moniker for the Spanish stuff just because it's a different genre. So it's El Compa Siete.
El Compa
Still
Siete?
seven, but in Spanish.
Right, 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 right.
Mhm.
For those of you that don't speak Spanish, that's El
Yeah,
Compa
El Compa
Siete, the
Siete.
number seven.
Yeah,
If not, you know,
yeah.
Google Translate that.
There you go. Translate the homie seven. Exactly. The homie seven, El Compa Siete. Yeah,
El
yeah.
Compa
That's a good one.
Siete.
I'm gonna use that one. I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
use that one.
yeah. Well, we're really enjoying this conversation that you're having with us. This exclusive conversation with Chicano Rap Radio. We're gonna take another quick little break, get into a couple of more songs, and we're gonna come back and follow this really good conversation that we're having with the Homeboy Seven. Stay
Yes, sir.
posted. You're listening to Chicano Rap Radio.
Yeah.
Chicano Rap Radio, raw and uncut.
Welcome back to Chicano Rap Radio. We're right here still chopping it up with the Homeboy Seven. And last we were just talking about lowriders and their, you know, their impact in regards to help spread Chicano rap kind of across the globe. You know, they've been exported out, you know, as a package deal, lowriders and Chicano rap. The Homeboy Seven has been doing music for a very, very long time. He definitely has a lot of experience. But one of the things that I like about you, Seven, is that not only have you evolved with the times, you know, you don't forget who you are, and you still reach back out to people who are just getting started in the game or who are kind of popping right now. Are there any artists that you're going to be working with in your upcoming album that, you know, that maybe you want the listeners to know about?
Yeah, man. So yeah, there's an artist from out here that as far as the newer artists that are on my album right now. I have a feature on the Baby Bouncer out of Gardena, Baby Bounce. Shout out to Baby Bounce. He's real hot out here in the Harbor area right now. He's out here riding, you know, just buzzing out here, bro. So I got a song with him, and also I'm working with a new artist. For you that don't know, Hellified Records. That's my imprint. That's my company.
Hellified Records. Okay.
Hellified Records, bro. Yeah. So it was Hellified Records, and now I got a new distribution deal through a new company, and now we're going under Hellified Music Group. So but I got a few artists, a few younger artists that we're evolving, bro. Exactly. Now the music, I don't just do West Coast rap, Chicano rap no more. Now I'm doing West Coast rap, Chicano rap. We're doing Latin jazz. We're doing R&B. Now, like I said, I'm stepping into the corrido realm. So now it's more than just, you know, it was time to, like you said, evolve a bit, you know. So I got an artist by the name of Wednesday Adams that I featured on my album. She's a rapper out of West Adams, you know, South Central area.
Wednesday Adams, okay.
Wednesday Adams, man. So be on the lookout for Wednesday Adams, new artist, Hellified Records, Hellified Music Group. Also, I got an R&B act that I'm working with now, under development. She's out of the San Pedro area. Her name is Karina.
Karina, shout out to Karina from Hellified Music Group. Karina.
Yeah, Hellified Music Group. Karina. Yeah, Karina. Yeah, so shout out to Karina, Hellified Music Group. And of course, you know, the camp, Redwood, we're working on some. I got Redwood's also on my album, you know, the Hogs. I got some new stuff that I'm coming out with Mr. Leño, AOT the Saint, you know, the OG Hellified Records camp. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
I've also got I got King Little G on the album. So
King Little G on. Okay.
So, you know, I got King Little G albums. You know, he's doing real big things right now for the Chicanos and the LA movement, the Chicano rap movement, man.
So you were saying that you have a song with King Little G on your upcoming album.
Yeah.
Tell us how you guys linked up.
So I ended up linking up with Little G years ago, bro, like in the mid 2000s. The label that he was recording with at that time, which was Double Nine Records, I produced a few tracks for his first album, Under Little Gangster.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, I mean, you've played a role in his career since you were little, and since he was getting started, and now, you know, to see where he's at. I mean, how does that make you feel in regards to, you know, the future of Chicano rap and, you know, Latinos or Chicanos doing music on the West Coast in general?
Yeah, man, it feels good, bro. It's siento un orgullo enorme to know that I was even a part of something like that. You know, I've been a part of a lot of people's careers, you know, and in the 20 years of me doing music, I've seen it evolve, bro, from the beginning stages to it going overseas to being in the magazines, and it feels good to see, man, because I mean, unfortunately, us older cats, we didn't really do a lot of it was a different time at the time, bro. There was, you know what I mean? It was not like it is now. So now with the social media and you know, the easiness of you getting music and sharing music and emailing, you got a lot of these artists collabing with each other, supporting each other's shit, which is, I think that's exactly what it's gonna take to get Chicano Rap to the next level.
Right.
It's that time right now, bro. The Chicano movement is hot right now. You know?
Yeah, I agree. What is the name of that record with you and King Little G?
So that record, for everybody out there, Chicano Rap Radio, we're gonna leak it exclusive right here.
Oh wow! Looking forward to it. What do you have a name? Is it an untitled track?
Yeah, the song's called Homies.
The song is called Homies. Okay.
Yeah, the song's called Homies, featuring King Little G and featuring my good friend Bella Heart and Soul.
We're looking forward to that. We appreciate you giving us the exclusive to be able to, you know, premiere that song here first on Chicano Rap Radio. Make sure you stay posted, stay tuned for that new song with Seven and King Little G called Homies. For his new album dropping next month, this coming July.
Yeah, so that way you guys know, the name of the album is called Torrance, like my city, the birthplace of gangster rap.
Okay.
For a lot of people behind that, is the why I say the birthplace of gangster rap is because in my city of Torrance is where the Radium Swap Meet's at. Where if it wasn't for Steve Yano and the Radium Swap Meet, a lot of this stuff wouldn't exist, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, and it's crazy. Like it's Steve Yano was a Japanese American, so the Japanese people have been with us from the beginning of West Coast rap. They've been in the scene, you know. So it's in my city, right around the corner, right here in my neighborhood, a few blocks down, is Audio Achievements, where NWA recorded all their first records.
Wow.
So that's
history right there. Yeah, your city's been doing it. It's been supporting it. It's been there the whole time. It's been a constant in the rap game.
So that's why the title of the album is called Torrance, the birthplace of gangster rap. You know?
That's right. Okay. Now, is there, being an OG in the game, I mean, is there any kind of advice or any couple words of wisdom that you can give to a young artist, you know, coming up right now and having those big dreams of, you know, making it?
Yeah, bro, of course, man. Always, you know, one of the main pieces of advice that I could give anybody in any aspect of entertainment, any aspect of business, is just stay humble, man. You know, sometimes just you being a cool character, a cool cat, will get you way further than your talent.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of people out here with talent.
Your character, okay.
Your character, you feel me? But there's also a lot of people out here that you can't work with people because of their attitude or whatever the case is, you know, their ego, you know.
Right. So
with me, what's helped me a lot in my career is I'm a cool cat, bro. You know what I mean? So I'm chill. You know what I mean? So it's like sometimes, yeah, you know, not every situation you get in is gonna be 100 and it's gonna work out.
Right.
There's no need to be sour about certain things. You just gotta, you know, keep it pushing, keep it grinding, bro. Stay on your grind 100%. Believe in yourself. Believe in your product. You know what I mean? And if you got quality product and you're on point with everything, you should be fine. You know, there's fans for everything now. You know, there's so much music out there, different types of genres, from rap to R&B to country and a lot of these genres are starting to intertwine and
crossover. Yeah,
because of platforms like YouTube, Spotify.
Right.
You know, so your average consumer doesn't listen to just one type of music. They listen to a range.
Yeah.
You know? So you know.
So what you're saying is believe in yourself and stay humble, and you know the crowds and you know the people will appreciate you more and, you know, have more love for you if you.
Yeah,
keep an eye on that.
people, the crowd. If the fans show love back. You know, it's a win-win. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
I try to keep it as simple as possible sometimes with people. You know, it's like
That's good. Okay.
ain't no need to be tripping out there like that. You know,
Now,
just me.
so for anybody out there that is listening to us right now and they want to stay up to date on your music and, you know, what's going on with the life of Seven, where can they find you online?
So they can find me at Sevens Muzik, any platform. So that's Sevens Muzik, SEVENS MUZIK. And you can also find all my links to all my music and all my pages on sevensmuzik.com. You can spell it either way. Sevens Muzik, the way my artist name is Sevens MUZIK, or Sevens MUSIC.com.
Okay, that's what's up. That's right. That's right. Okay, so you heard it here first, Chicano Rap Radio. The homie Seven is definitely working on a lot of different projects. He's been working with some OGs. He's been working, you know, with some of the youngsters, with some of the up and comers, and some that are already kind of out there doing their thing. You know, he has a song coming up with King Little G. We want to make sure that you stay posted and listen out for that song. When that song is ready, you can rest assured that we'll be playing it here on a regular rotation. So make sure you keep posted for that. Well, any last words, Seven, that you want to, you know, tell our listeners? We appreciate your time so much for joining us for Chicano Rap Radio.
I thank everybody, man. Everybody who's listening, thank you for tuning in. For the people who know me, hey, thank you for all the support throughout the years. I know it's been a long run, but we just getting started, man. It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning.
That's what's
Got
up.
to look out. Hellified Music Group.
There you go. Seven from Hellified Music Group, and you're listening to Chicano Rap Radio, raw and uncut.
Chicano Rap Radio, raw and uncut.